Hey guys, so today we're dealing with equations that involve some negatives. So let's start with our first example where we have something like 10 minus 3x equals 1. Now here, remember we leave whatever is with the pronumeral to last, and with the pronumeral is the minus 3x. Remember the minus stays with whatever is after it. So now I want to get rid of the 10, but the issue here is the 10 a positive or a negative? And we know that that's a plus 10. It's a positive number. So in order to get rid of the plus 10, I do the opposite, or the inverse, which is minus 10 on both sides. That cancels out the 10. I'm left with minus 3x equals minus 9, because 1 minus 10 is minus 9. Now I need to get x by itself, so I have minus 3 times x there. The opposite, or the inverse of minus 3 times, is to divide by minus 3. So if I divide both sides by minus 3, that cancels that 3 out. I'm left with x equals minus 9 divided by minus 3. Now if you chuck that in the calculator, or you do it the long way, you'll get the same answer. 9 divided by 3 is 3. A negative and a negative divided by each other is a positive. So the answer is just x equals 3. Now let's do another example where we have something like minus 4x equals 16. Now here, this is just a one-step equation. Now here we have minus 4 times x. So in order to get rid of the minus 4 times, we divide by minus 4. So we divide both sides by minus 4. That cancels that out. I'm left with x equals 16 divided by minus 4. And when I do 16 divided by minus 4, I get minus 4. So x equals minus 4. Let's do one final question where we have 3 minus x over 2 equals 5. Now remember before, in order to touch the 3 minus x, I need to get rid of the denominator there. So the denominator there is divided by 2. So the opposite of that is multiplying both sides by 2. That cancels that out. I'm left with 3 minus x equals 10. Now this here is a positive 3, because remember the minus stays with the x. So this is a plus 3. The opposite of plus 3 is minus 3 on both sides. I'm left with minus x equals 7. Now when you have a minus x, that's the same as minus 1x equals 7. We can write the minus x as minus 1x. So in order to get rid of the minus 1 times x, all I have to do is divide both sides by minus 1. That cancels that out. I'm left with x equals, when I do 7 divided by minus 1, that becomes minus 7. So whenever you have a negative in front of the pronumeral, that's the same as minus 1 times x. So in order to get rid of the minus 1 times, I do the inverse of times, which is divided by on both sides. And that's how I get my answer. If you have any further questions, please let me know.